kid is about to compete. You done signed them up. Blah, 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 blah. What happens? What do I do? How do I act? How do I help them? I want them to win. This is giving me so much anxiety. I don't know what to do because my kid's competing in a combat sport for the very first time. How can I protect my baby? Well, in this video, I'm gonna give you the keys to your child competing for the first time in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and maybe roughly any contact sport. But I'm gonna give you the keys of how to act, what to do. So stay tuned. My name's Patrick. This is 40 and Flowing. Let's go. So it's the day of the competition. You just signed your baby up for their very first Brazilian Jiu Jitsu competition. You see kids getting armbarred, choked, Americana. You see all these things, but not my baby. They ain't about to do this. So the first question we need to ask ourselves for first timers in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition is, are they ready? And that's a tough answer because for one, I'm not their coach. I'm not a black belt. I'm a 3-stripe blue belt. But for two, they're ready. You want your kid to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So putting them in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition after 2, 3, 4 months, why not? They're going to be all right. They're going to learn. They're going to lose most likely. What it's going to teach them is how to overcome things that they're scared about, things that make them uncomfortable. So yeah, go ahead and sign them up for that competition. It's only going to make them better. I signed my daughter up for her first jiu-jitsu competition. She lost pretty bad, but that's okay. After she lost, she came off that mat and was about to start crying, but she looked around and everybody was cheering. Everybody was happy. She was like, oh, I think I may like this. Another question I get asked a lot sitting watching my daughter practice jiu-jitsu is, should we increase the training in preparation for the competition? And I think so. Usually we take my daughter about 3 to 4 days a week, but leading up to the competition, maybe a month out, we'll increase it to 5. So going to jiu-jitsu 5 days a week is definitely a stretch for any parent, but you want to make them as prepared as you can for the competition. It is about winning. We want our kids to win, but at the same time, if they don't, that's okay. So you want to put them in position to win. So the more mat time you can give their kid, the better your kid will get. Now, it's up to that kid if they're going to use that mat time productively, because they out here, like I said in another video, they out here doing cartwheels, playing tag, playing ring around the rosy and all that stuff. But that's okay. You still want them to have fun. And so now we're at the competition. It's competition day. What I tell my daughter before the competition is, I want you to try your best. I want you to be aggressive, and I want you to win in that order. So therefore, at this age, in my experience, or what I have been told by my black belt and her coach, is you just want them to compete and overcome that adversity. You want them to get comfortable being uncomfortable. My daughter hasn't won yet. Her last competition was bad. She lost very quickly. The next day, or that Monday, she said, okay, what's my next competition? Because she knows she has to try again. And that's what we all go for. Here is a crucial point to when you take your kid to a competition. I cannot stress this enough. How are you supposed to act as a parent taking your kid to his or her first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament? I'm going to take a step back for dramatic effect. If at all possible, parents, shut up. Let the coaches coach and let the coaches do their thing. Now, in order to help your kid in jiu-jitsu, you got to stop, parents. You got to stop doing these things. And I'm going to talk about that next.